Hello everyone, Cat Dad Things here, and today we're back in Guild Wars 2 again, but this time we found ourselves in Lake Doric. Now I know that there is a meta farm for this, there is a gold farm for getting the leather hides from certain mobs in this map, and it's definitely a very good and efficient gold farm to do, but today I figured we can do a little bit of a different twist on the map, because we're all about having fun here at Cat Dad Things, and a lot of us, we're just casual gamers. We don't have the times that we could get those farms together or hit all those meta events in any games, honestly. 8 hours a day of gaming, which is okay if that's what you're into, but for those of us who are more casual gamers, maybe we work full time, we have families, we have other commitments, we don't have the time necessarily to spend that or to wait for people to group together to do some of these gold farms. And even if we do, sometimes they're just not fun. You know, it's really satisfying just getting out there and just beating the heck out of mobs sometimes. Or maybe we do enjoy the events that go on around the map and we just want to hit them, even if they're not the most efficient. So today I was going to run through Lake Doric for maybe a little over an hour or so and just kind of check things out. And we'll see still just how fun this map can be. It is a season 3 world map, Living World Season 3 map. That's the word. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's one of my personal favorites. I just really like the scenery and doing the centaur farm, not so much the leather one. As you see, from these centaurs you get the bag drops, which they sell for an okay amount. It's definitely not near as much as you will for the actual leather farm, but I can do that in another video where we just focus on that full farm. We'll do the normal method where I put on the buffs for our magic find and we just go through that farm, speed through the process. You can see how much gold you can get per half hour and then times it by 2, thus making it per hour, of course. But for this one, it's just more of a casual stride through Lake Doric. We're going to see some features, some things that the map has to offer, different events, different things that go on. And people are still going through this map. As you'll see, there's some groups that form with me in some of the events, and we're all clustering around and taking out these mobs. So just sit back, relax, enjoy. I hope you like this map as much as I did. So to start things off, I spawned in next to the Harvest Cascades, and in that area there's some White Mantle mobs that you can just kind of roll around and beat them up. Sometimes they have these invasion things where they fight back, and they kind of fight back against the Seraph, which causes an event for you to go through. But you do have those resetting karma merchants that you can do their little like open world quest thing for. You can fill that meter and then you get some karma for it, you get some rewards. So I just figured I'll start smacking some mobs, just trying to see what their drop rate is like, what kind of things that they can actually drop for me. And also, like always, we want to make sure that we have our tools readily available so that we're picking up resource nodes at the same time. Again, because of the event that's going on, the Winter's Day, you do get those special gathering tools that give you snowflakes every single time you hit one of the resource nodes. So it's not one snowflake per node. Instead, it's for every hit. So like your general ore or your tree or a piece of wood or whatever it is, if you hit it 3 times, you get 3 snowflakes. And then, of course, things like your rich ore nodes, you get about, 8 ticks from it, so you'd get 8 snowflakes from that. And the snowflakes, their selling rate kind of goes up and down, so it's free money. It only takes, 3.5 silver, something like that, to buy it. A little bit of karma. It's definitely worth the money when you do it, because you're going to do it passively anyway. Everyone does it, and that money will just stack up. So for this first part, I was just kind of roaming around, smacking some mobs, just kind of getting a feel, getting the groove going, getting myself ready to hit this map. And with any Living World season map, you want to make sure you get your map currency nodes. Generally, they are either ore node or some kind of a wood chopping tree kind of a node. There's some harvesting ones too. But for this map, at least in Lake Doric, you have the jade fragments, so they function like ore. You need a mining pick to get them. So again, we're getting our free snowflakes from it. Don't skip over these. You do get some ascended materials. Those are they're not really worth a whole lot, but you also get free ticks of unbound magic from just hitting them. And the currency itself, the jade fragments or jade shards, when you have a bunch of them, you can actually trade them into vendors for some ascended accessories and other things such as that. If you don't happen to be ascended fully yet, I would definitely save up for those kinds of items, depending on your build, of course. For me, I didn't I got them by other means. But if you happen to need them, you're there. But one of the best ways to use the map fragments is to consume them, because you get free unbound magic from it. And there's a way to convert that unbound magic with a little bit of silver into a much better farm gain. But now we're going into one of the big bosses in the map. In Lake Doric, there's bosses that spawn throughout the map. It's part of the meta, and everyone goes nuts for it. They all try and swarm the boss because you get rewards for it. But this area right here, the Watchtower Cliffs, it's in the top right of the map. These are where the centaurs spawn. So these ones on the bottom level, again, they only give you those supply bags, which they have some mats in them. You can gamble opening them if you want. They don't sell for a whole lot. But when you go up the hill, that's that known Lake Doric leather farm. You can't really solo it, at least in my experience. Maybe there's some crazy builds out there that can. I can't solo it, but you can stay down in this lower area to solo. I mean, you can just see those supply bags rolling in. So it's a fun little farm. The spawn rate on these mobs are actually pretty high. So you could just be going in a complete circle in just this little area and never have a dull moment, never have any standstill time. You're just smacking mobs left and right. Obviously, if there's like 30 people in there doing it too, then no, that you might struggle with that. But if it's just you, maybe even a couple other people, you'll have plenty to do. You have plenty of mobs to take out. But finding these, paying attention to the main map chat, because people are nice in this game. They'll call it out. You know, so and so has spawned. This event's going on. Whatever. They'll call it out. So just keep your eye peeled for it, so you can go there and get some extra loot, get some extra drops, and just enjoy it. Up next is another boss, the Champion Jade Bow. Definitely something that's hard to solo, because this guy hits hard. When he targets you, he just drains that health pool. But as I went through this fight, there was only a couple of us, but as time went on, we just stuck it out. More people showed up, because generally that's what happens. Either you have everyone ready and they just swarm the boss and they're good to go. It goes without a cinch. But sometimes that's not the case. You might have to just kind of fight, stick it out, or wait for others, and they'll trickle in. Because these maps, there's still lots of people in them. There's plenty of people to go around to help you get through these events if you need help. So after I was hitting some nodes and smacking some mobs around, I did stumble across an event of an escort quest. And so you have, or escort event, I guess is the technical term. So you have some people here. I mean, look at all these people. Like, there are still a lot wanting to do this map. And yeah, a lot of it was due to the return to achievements. You know, everyone's trying to get those free legendaries, which is, I don't blame them. I mean, it's so much gold that you get from mystic coins, and you get legendaries. Who doesn't want that? But there's still a lot of people doing these maps, so you don't always have to just do the most meta thing ever. You could just sit back, enjoy the open worldness of the MMO, because that's what MMOs were all about. They're about bringing together mass groups of people to an online world to play the game. Even someone threw up their mentor tag so they can draw everyone here. And yeah, we're not really interacting a whole lot with each other, but just the fact of having other people there, and you're not just solo and alone the entire time, it's a nice feeling. We're all just jumping around, we're smacking some mobs, we're having fun, and just keeping it casual. One of the reasons I like this map so much is because of how dense the events can be sometimes. We're still in the middle of that escort event, and we're just kind of going through, and next thing you know, a whole new event spawns. And there's so many of us here, we're just kind of like, squirrel! And we head to the other event. Now, I got an achievement there, hooray! I don't know if we happen to finish the other event. I'm not entirely sure if everyone just kind of ditched it with me and we all just decided to do this one. But it's nice to have that option. You're just doing something, you see a squirrel, you run after it, and now you're smacking more mobs doing a whole different event. I was on my way back to wrap this video up in footage, and I saw another shiny squirrel. Except this was a giant, crazy bloodstone squirrel that actually hits very hard. I forgot how hard the bosses hit in this map. Anyway, so this about wraps it up. This is the last event I did before I was done. And again, this isn't like the most prolific gold farm there is, and there's still a lot more bosses and map events to go through. I didn't want to include them all in this video because I was just trying to showcase it, that you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours in one single map. You can jump from map to map, do a couple of things, see a couple of events, and just have some fun, and then go about your business doing whatever it is that you're going to do. So after this, I'm going to head on out and get all the items that I've gotten from this little farm that I did for this video, and we'll see the price of it, we'll see how much gold that we get, and if it's actually viable to just do nothing but that. Again, we also didn't include that full-on leather farm. Remember, that is a legitimate gold farm. There's all kinds of wikis on it, but we'll cover that in another video. Now we're back after the Lake Doric run through. We weren't necessarily just grinding open world mobs like we saw from the clips that I had, but just kind of running around, not sticking to any one meta or one event, just kind of roaming around, gathering some things, killing some mobs for a bit, and also trying to get those event rewards as well. So I had to come back to Lion's Arch because I am still not the best at inventory wars, as you can see. My inventory is a mess. I really got to get that thing worked out. But I gathered everything, all the items that I got from doing this. And so we're going to take a look at them and see just how much money you can make. If you intend to do it as a pure straight gold farm, obviously no, it's not the best. There are much better methods if you're just mindlessly trying to get gold. But it was a lot of fun. There were some crazy fights. There was a lot of people, and that's a season 3 map. There was a lot of people in there, which made the events even more fun because it upscales the mobs. So let's take a look through. We've got some bags, we've got some raw materials, we've got some junk, which really don't equate to much, but hey, I'll take it. It's free loot. Okay, so, and just like before, I hope everyone with the event that just happened is getting their special tools, the frostbitten mining and wood chopping tools and things like that, so that you get your free snowflakes, because you go to sell these, and I'm sure you guys have seen videos on it before. For right now, they're a silver a piece. Now, that actually equates to a lot of extra gold, because we all gather the materials for the most part. Most of us do. When we see a node on the map, we can't help but hit it, right? So we're gathering it, and we're getting free resources in the meantime. So why not do it? Why not just get free money? You can save it for later, see if the price goes up, price goes down, whatever. It's free money, take it. All right, so let's go through everything. We're just going to outright sell. We're not going to open the bags that we can't sell the bags that we can, all the materials, everything, just so we can get some kind of a gold count on this stuff. But that's about it. So there's the Lake Doric run. Let's check our full profits. And we are sitting at a whopping about 5 gold. So not really that much, but at the same time, if we did put it up for sale and a sell order instead of outright selling it, we would have gotten a little bit more. So I want to say about 6 gold. About 3 gold every half hour, so not the best, but it was a lot of fun. So if you're looking for something to change it up, and you haven't really done that meta yet, or you haven't even unlocked that Living World season yet, it's there, so you see what it's all about. I would give it a try. You know, it's nice to shake things up, especially with games like this, when they're very grindy and they're very monotonous, doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's important to go to different maps to do different things, because if you don't, you will get burnt out, and the next thing you know, it's been 6 months since you last played. So I hope that was fun for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, as it helps the channel out a lot. It helps me to be able to get more traction so more people can see these videos and suggest more things. So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.